folks, and welcome back to Vocab lesson number 2. Today we are going to learn 5 more words for you to add to your vocabulary and become an even smarter human than you already are. Our first word today is slipshod. So let's say it together. Slipshod. Slipshod. Good. This is an adjective, and this means that you're showing a lack of care or a lack of thought. So another word for this would be sloppy. So something that's slipshod is like work that's messy or something that isn't done well. An antonym, the opposite, is something exact or something that's perfect. An example sentence would be, greedy contractors ruined my aunt's house with slipshod work. So their work was not good, they made a mess of it, and it really was a poor example. You can see this with your notes, like if sometimes teachers say like, your notes are slipshod, your notes are too messy, and so that can be another example of it. A reminder that on your own vocabulary squares, I want you to write your own sentence. Don't use the example sentence, but use your own sentence that you've written. All right, so that is slipshod. The next word is nefarious. Nefarious. Nefarious means wicked or criminal. The big bad guy in the movie, they are nefarious. Another word for this is evil. So if someone is nefarious, they are out for no good. The opposite of nefarious is angelic. So someone who is, follows all the rules, who's really positive, that would be the opposite. An example sentence is, the nefarious activities of the mafia family were caught on tape. So, Thanos is nefarious from the Avengers movie series. So this is a great word that you can use for any sort of fantasy writing or just trying to show how evil someone is. Your next word is precursor. So let's say that's together. Precursor. Precursor. Good. This is a noun. It is a person or a thing that comes before something of a similar kind. So we can see that it comes before because of this right here, the pre. So pre means before. So when you see this pre in a word, usually that's a signal that it comes before. So a precursor is something that comes before something else that's similar. So an example, synonym is a forerunner. So a forerunner is something that comes before something else. The antonym would be the result or something that comes after, right? So the sentence would be, seedless watermelons were a precursor to a slew of new bioengineered foods. So seedless watermelons were like the first thing, and then there were all these other things that came afterwards. We can also see that the flip phone was a precursor to the smartphone. You can see that too. Or that different types of movies. If there's like a movie that's similar, it can be a precursor to another movie. It's different than a prequel, but you see it's got that same pre part there. Okay, so something that comes before something else of a similar kind. Okay, let's go on to our next one. Impregnable. Impregnable. This is also an adjective. It means unable to be captured or broken into. So something that is impregnable means you can't get into it. So it's like a treasure chest that you can't break into if you're, the pirates trying to steal the treasure. they will have problems because the treasure chest is impregnable. A synonym for this would be secure. An antonym would be vulnerable. And the sentence would be, a castle was surrounded by an impregnable stone wall. So you can see that the stone wall in this example, they can't get through it, they can't break into it, and so it is impregnable. All right, we have our last word today. This is demure. So let's say that together. Demure. Good. A definition of demure is shy or modest. So this usually we refer to a person with the word demure. So the demure girl, the demure teacher, the demure actress. It's usually in reference to a person, though I suppose it could be for an animal too. But you wouldn't say like the demure couch. Like that doesn't really make sense. It's more for a person. So something that is demure is shy, modest, quiet, keeps to themselves. A synonym would be reserved. The antonym of this would be obnoxious, someone who's loud, who's boisterous. And the sentence would be, the demure girl blushed during the health teacher's lecture. Awesome. And so that's it. Those are our words for today. Thank you so much. And now you're going to do your vocabulary squares. And again, remember, write your own sentence. Don't use my sentence. Write your own. Have a wonderful week. Thanks, folks.